Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. The Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. His only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christus, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shai. So gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders over all of Israel. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Akwathium who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp, coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord's willing is to be edifying. And this is for educational purposes only. This is not for monetary gain. This is for educational purposes only. Now, this is a video that Elder Manak Zappa did a little while ago, like maybe a week ago or a few days ago, about the RFID microchip. So, Lord, wouldn't this be edifying? Because these devils is moving fast, man. Okay? They coming down with great wrath, and this is a part of them coming down with great wrath, getting everybody chipped, man. So, Lord, wouldn't this be edifying?
Our goal is to solve important spine and brain problems with a seamlessly implemented device.
Once you have a computer in your brain, your eyeballs are video cameras.
All of a sudden, every piece of information on the internet becomes accessible to our minds.
This is the Ratbot or the Robo-Rat. It's got technology, it's got electrodes going into its left and right hemispheres. The scientists can make this creature go left, right. They have it running through mazes, controlling where it's going. They've now created an organic robot.
You can solve everything from memory loss, hearing loss, blindness, paralysis, depression, insomnia, strokes, brain damage. These can all be solved with an implantable neural link.
We will be able to transfer memory.
Now, you heard what he just said. You'll be able to cure all those diseases, all those problems that the humans have. You just heard Elon Musk say you can cure all that. Okay? What they is doing is using this as miracles, man. As the scriptures say. I'm going to read it. This is Revelation 13 and 14. And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Hold on. Let's run this back. Let's run this back a little bit.
Hearing loss, blindness, paralysis.
Salakia. A little bit more. I want you to hear this again.
They have it running through mazes, controlling where it's going. They've now created an organic robot.
You can solve everything from memory loss, hearing loss, blindness, paralysis, depression, insomnia, strokes, brain damage. These can all be solved with an implantable neural link.
We will be able to
You see that? All these problems can be solved. These devils, man. This is Revelation 13 and 14 again. And he deceived them, meaning the people that dwell on the earth, by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by their sword and did live. That's these devils playing. They playing Yahweh, man. You see, they playing Yahweh Bashim Haushah. Let's continue.
transfer memories. Knowledge will be commoditized. All of us will be smarter.
Most people don't really understand how this technology works, what data is collected, how it's stored, or who might be able to get access to it legally or illegally.
The current world we are living in tends to become more and more technologized. Besides, it seems that, as it continually develops, technology gets closer and closer to our bodies. Think technological advancement has already inserted thousands of microchips into its citizens' hands.
So congratulations, Hannah. Thank you. You've been shipped.
Yes, I know.
How does it feel?
It feels good. I'm excited to see what I'll be able to do now.
These devices are meant to help speed up users' daily rituals and help them connect with their household, offices, and gyms by simply swiping their hand against digital readers.
I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly. So what I need to do is I need to first blink my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to information.
Also, these microchips can store emergency contact data, social media profiles, or e-tickets for various events within the territory of Sweden. While most people living in Sweden praise the idea of implanting microchips into their hands, Ben Liberton, a British scientist living in southern Sweden, thinks different. He believes that using your chip every time you want to do something, instead of using your card, can become a very easy way to share valuable personal information, especially that related to your physical health and bodily functions. The trained microbiologist who is now working in science communication also points out that as these microchips are inserted in the body, there's a certain layer of privacy to look out for before it starts to be widely used and shared. One might think that this is the peak of technological development, but the progress this field is making does not end here. The past 20 years have been focusing on the intense work of neuroscientists, which resulted in a revolutionary technology known as BrainGate. And the main goal is to connect the human brain to computers through BCIs, brain-computer interfaces, or BMIs, brain-machine interfaces. These brain chip implants are tiny processors that connect to your brain through threads that are significantly thinner than a human hair. In other words, as your brain is linked to a computer, all your data, such as memories or health information, will be continuously communicated back and forth. In a recent conference, tech mogul Elon Musk talked about his latest innovation, a brain chip implant that could allow people struggling with paralysis to use technology, like smartphones or robotic limbs, with just their thoughts. However, not only disabled people can use such brain chips. Connecting a healthy human brain to a computer can help the individual to use its abilities to the fullest by enhancing senses, physical movement, and the ability to memorize. Could you imagine using Facebook without typing? Or maybe driving your Tesla with only the power of your mind? There are two sides of this, and the possibilities of implanting brain chips are both exciting and frightening. It is a matter of choosing how much we are willing to share of ourselves with a machine. It can be a real relief to communicate with others only through your thoughts. Sometimes we can find it difficult to express what we're thinking about, so having others read our mind could be useful. Yet would you sleep well at night knowing that others have the ability to access your mind? It can be really fascinating to control a light switch or to drive your car with just your mind. But would you feel comfortable knowing that others can control your thoughts? This may sound like a science fiction movie script, but things are evolving precisely towards this direction. Having the ability to access the human brain and to understand how it functions, while connecting it to external devices, can bring along numerous resources. It is especially useful for people dealing with severe neurological damages. Yet there are also several worrisome possibilities that are thought to cause harm. While the idea of having a perfect memory sounds really amazing, the fact that this perfect memory could be hacked sounds terrifying. Imagine that some of your most precious memories could be shared with other people. It's a sense of privacy that is being accessed, which can bring along numerous consequences, especially on a social level. These silicon chips, which interface with the human brain's neurons through contact points, are somehow trespassing nervous tissues and have a great potential to send us on a very dangerous path, according to scientist Greg Braden. Not only that inserting brain chips can be destructive because they can interfere with the normal functioning of neurological processes, it is also unnecessary. What these brain implants are thought to help us do, we already possess the biology to do it on our own.
Mirror neurons are a specialized class of neurons in the human brain that don't know the difference between watching an experience and having the experience. This is why you can lie on your couch on a Sunday afternoon, watching a soccer game or a golf tournament or whatever. You're lying down, but you're watching this and your heart's racing, your muscles are tense, you might be perspiring, you might be, breathing heavy, but you're just lying there. When you think about that, it makes no sense. Your mirror neurons think you're the one on the field because the brain doesn't know the difference between watching and having the experience. When we learn to access these mirror neurons in a very specific way, we have super learning. I do this personally. We can learn very, very quickly. We can learn music. You can learn to perform the way another musician performs. You can learn a foreign language very quickly. You can retain, not only retain, but recall information. Super learning, super memory, super retention, super recall.
Brain chip implants can indeed create numerous opportunities for the disabled, but for those of us who are healthy, there are several questions to answer. How safe are these devices? What are the long-term effects of having such a chip implanted into our brains? How much control do we have on how these brain chips function within our bodies? Human beings hold a great potential of accessing deeper layers of neurological functions, and so it becomes a concern as to how much of this power we are willing to give away to an external device. We are already developing into cyborgs because we are fully dependent on our devices. Anxiety levels go up whenever we're not near our phone, and it has become an important element of our existence. While we still have a certain amount of control on how a smartphone or smartwatch can influence our lives, brain chips can open the door to another side of our existence, where privacy and the right to it are completely ignored.
Now you see, they playing God, man. These devils is playing God, man. Let me find this still. Is that the one I want? These people is playing Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. But they want everybody to chip, so this is a part of the game, man. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Because what you got to understand is they said that we are just cattle. We are like cattle. We useless eaters, and they want everybody chipped like cattle, man. This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he, cause of all, who is the he? It's the heads. You got elites. You got the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. But this is from the head. Who controls the entire planet? The Job 9 and 24s, the Rothschilds. So it say, and he cause of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now you got the beast system, which is EU, NATO, and North America, which is the harlot that sits on the scarlet colored beast. It's a beast system, but you got the ones that control the whole system, the ones that fund both sides of the war, okay, which are the Rothschilds. Again, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man may buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Who is this? What's their end goal? To have everybody chipped, okay? They have everybody chipped. This is, I'm gonna read Deuteronomy 15. If you ever read this story, if you ever read these laws, Salakia, it tell you about taking ownership of a servant. So I'm going to start at, so you can understand the point. I'm going to start at verse, I'm going to start at verse, let me see. I'm going to start at verse 12 so you can understand what's going on. It's Deuteronomy 15 and 12. And if thy brother, an Hebrew man or an Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee, and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free from thee. And when thou sendest him out free from thee, thou shalt not let him go away empty. Right? This is verse 15. And thou shalt remember that thou was an bondman in the land of Egypt, and the Lord thy God redeemed thee. Therefore I command thee this day, therefore I command thee this thing today. Verse 16, Deuteronomy 15 and 16. And it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee, and thy house, because he is well with thee, then thou shalt take it all, and thrust it through his ear unto the door, and he shall be thy servant forever. And also unto thy maidservant thou shalt do likewise. So this is them saying, are you the Lord going to give you the option to willingly take the chip, which the Lord controls everything. But you're either going to say, I want the chip, or I ain't taking it. So this is him. This, when you read this law in Deuteronomy 15, he said that the servant going to say, listen, if he shall, it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee, and thy house, because he is well with thee. So that's going to be 2/3 going to go to Esau and say, let me take the chip. I want the chip. You my master. I want the chip. Right? This is what they doing, man. They present it as convenience. They present it as, this is the best alternative. This is what you should do. This is the best way. Especially if you got some type of ailment. They saying they can play God and help you with your ailment and you will be healed. Right? Let's get the other one in Exodus 21 and 6. It's Exodus 21 and 6. It reads, verse 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, right, and my wife and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. So it said, what? Then his master shall bring it, Salakia, Exodus 21 and 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, that's what 2/3 is going to do. They're going to say, I love my, give me the chip, I'm taking the chip, I'm all in. Hey, because a lot of Jays got money in the bank. Hey, when they push the chip, you just going to have a lot of money in the bank, and the only way you're going to be able to get your money is take the chip. So this is Leviticus 19 and 28. It reads, Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahweh. The word marks is quaqua, which means to be incision, to take a gash, to be incised with something. This is Isaiah 36 and 6. And if you trust in Babylon the Great, you're going to take the chip, man. If you trust in the system, because you get government assistance, stamps, you get Habitat Housing, HUD, Section 8, Social Security Disability. Isaiah 36 and 6. Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, if you trust in it, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So if you trust in Babylon the Great, you're going to take this chip, man. You're going to take it with no problem. Why? Because you lean on this government, man. This is 1 Timothy 6 and verse 10. It reads, For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. When you look at this word pierce, it's just like the word pierce in Isaiah 36 and 6, man. Okay, which go to Revelation 13, man. Okay, that word mark. To be incised with a mark. To be cut through, man. To be pricked. These are all talking about taking the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 21. It reads, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils, man. You can't worship Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai and Mammoth, man. And most of you people, when they push this chip, most of you Jays got money. And the only way you're going to be able to get your money, you're going to have to take that RFID microchip. And you're going to take it. You're going to take it because you're going to have money. And this devil, hey, when you watch that movie, The Last Purge, what do? They told the people they're going to wipe their debt clean. And they're going to get them $5,000. They gave them $5,000 to take the chip, man. Okay? They gave them $5,000 to take the chip. So these devils going to create something. And they're going to wipe your debt clean. You're going to have a clean slate. They're going to give you a little bit of money to start yourself off with. Take the chip. They show you in the movies. This is Revelation 14 and 9. It reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which is righteous anger, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, a long period of time, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh Shai. So you ain't gonna take it, man. This is Revelation 16 and 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way and pour out the vials of the wrath of power upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which had worshipped his image. And if you do this, you're gonna die a grievous death, man. Okay? Because these devils trying to bore you through with an all, man. Which is the RFID microchip. Which is the mark of the beast, man. If you can't receive it, then that's your problem. But you have a problem if you can't receive it. It's plain in the scriptures. When you go into the word, in Revelation 13, the word mark, it go into and tell you what it is. And when you go into the word, when you go into the 666, that Chi-Side stigma, it tell you that it to be incised, to be cut, to be pricked through, man, with an awl. It's plain, man. Read the scriptures and you will see. Hey, so Lord witness or edifying. It'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the octane pushing this truth and believing this truth. Throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwathim who are listening and learning. The few sisters who are listening and learning. I want to see if I can pull this real quick. I'm finna go to the blue letter. Go to Revelation 13 and 16 real quick. And let's get this word real quick. This word mark, which is G5480.
Strong's G5480. Charagba.
It says stamp an imprinted mark Okay, the mark or stamp on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which we know it ain't no Antichrist, it's many. It said a mark branded upon horses, thing, carved, sculpture, graven work, idolatrous image. Mark. It says scratch or etching, i.e. stamp, as the badge of servitude or a sculpture figure, graven mark, right? That's the same thing as say when you go to Revelation 18, Revelation 13 and 18. Right here, G5516.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Xi, Stigma. Chi, Xi, Stigma.
Now, when you go to G4743, the word stigma.
Strong's G 4742. Stigma. Stigma.
It said a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked in their bodies to indicate what master general they belonged to, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. I read that to you in Deuteronomy 15 and Exodus 21, man. Okay? It say to stick, i.e. prick, a mark, incised, or punch for recognition of ownership, scar, service, mark. So Lord willing, edifying. Till next time I say shalom, wa abba.